काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय के 105वें दीक्षांत समारोह में स्वतंत्रता भवन सभागार में उपस्थित तथा आभासी रूप से जुड़े हुए सभी विशिष्ट जनों का विश्वविद्यालय परिवार हृदय से सादर स्वागत करता है, अभिनंदन करता है। We are honored by the gracious presence as the chief guest of Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat Sir, Honorable Member Niti Aayog, a distinguished scientist renowned for his vast contributions in the field of defense research, in the development of alternative energy systems, next generation networks, and future-ready technical textile sector, as well as the initiation of the path-breaking methanol economy program. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Presiding over the convocation is our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi, sir, a dedicated teacher, a researcher known for his immense contributions in the field of wireless communication and telecom policy, but above all, an institution builder under whose inclusive, inspirational leadership, BHU is sending forth students who combine professional excellence with personal integrity and probity. Present with us is the Honorable Rector, Professor Sanjay Kumar Sir, looked up to by his students and colleagues alike, not only for his remarkable research in the discipline of physics, but also his administrative acumen. Joining us is our Registrar, Professor Arun Kumar Singh Sir, an internationally renowned geographer and much admired by all of us for his constant affectionate guidance of every member of the university family. काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय की गौरवशाली परंपरा अनुसार कार्यक्रम का शुभारंभ इस विशाल विद्या केंद्र के संस्थापक, इस तपोभूमि के अधिष्ठाता महामना पंडित मदन मोहन मालवीय जी की प्रतिमा पर माल्यार्पण से होगा। माल्यार्पण हेतु विनम्र अनुरोध है आदरणीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय से। माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय, साथ ही निवेदन है माननीय कुलपति महोदय से। आग्रह है आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय से एवं श्रद्धेय कुलगुरु महोदय से। काशी हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय शिक्षा और राष्ट्र निर्माण में महामना जी की व्यापक दृष्टि एवं अभिनव चिंतन का मूर्त रूप है। हम सभी के द्वारा इसके गौरव का उत्तरोत्तर संवर्धन ही उनके प्रति हमारी प्रणामांजलि है। माल्यार्पण के पश्चात माननीय कुलपति महोदय से सादर निवेदन है कि वे 105वें दीक्षांत समारोह के आरंभ की विधिवत घोषणा करें।
I declare the convocation open.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। संगच्छध्वं संवदध्वं संवो मनांसि जानतां देवाभागं यथा पूर्वे संजानाना उपासते समानो मंत्रः समितिः समानी समानं मनस्सह चित्तमेषाम् समानं मंत्रमभिमन्त्रयेवः समाने नवो हविषा जुहोमि समानीव आकूतिः समाना हृदयानि वः समानमस्तु वो मनो यथा वस्वशः सति ॐ शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंभवाय शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंभवाय शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय शंभवायेति शंभवाय मयो भवाय शंकराय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शंकराय मयो भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयो भवायेति मयः भवाय शंकराय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शंकराय शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवाय मयस्कराय शंकराय शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शंकरायेति शंकराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवाय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतराय शिवाय मयस्कराय मयस्कराय शिवाय शिवतराय मयस्करायेति मयः कराय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतराय शिवाय शिवाय शिवतराय शिवतरायेति शिवतराय ॐ सदाशिवाय नमः।
मधुर मनोहर अतीव सुंदर ये सर्वविद्या की राजधानी मधुर
Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, respected Vice Chancellor, esteemed Registrar, distinguished Academic Council members, Executive Council members, professors, proud graduates, their parents, and honored guests. A very warm welcome and heartfelt welcome to the 105th convocation of our esteemed university. Today we gathered to celebrate not just the academic achievements, but the culmination of years of hard works, perseverance, and growth. It is a privilege to have among us Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat, who is a visionary scientist, a nation builder, whose pioneering leadership in India's missiles and strategic defense system has shaped the country's technological self-reliance. His contribution from the Prithvi and Agni 5 missiles to the Methanol Economic Initiative reflect a rare blend of scientific brilliance, strategic foresight, and unwavering commitment to national development. We are deeply honored by your presence, and I am certain your words of wisdom will ignite the aspirations of our graduates. Convocation is not just a ceremony, it is a milestone, a bridge between dreams and reality. To our graduates, today marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter. As you step out the gate of this great institution, you carry with you not just a degree, but a responsibility to make a difference. Let this be a moment where your education transcends into action, where your skills contribute to society, and where your dreams uplift not just yourself, but the world around you. Let us not forget the invaluable role played by our dedicated faculty members, whose mentorship has guided you on this transformative journey. To the heads of departments and professors present here, your efforts continue to shape the futures of generation, and we thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence. Our university, with its rich heritage and unwavering commitment to innovation, stands as a beacon of learning and inspiration. As we implement the new education policy, we reaffirm our pledge to foster holistic growth, instilling our students and the value of integrity, resilience, and curiosity. Dear graduates, as you embrace this pivotal moment, remember that success is not measured by your accolades alone, but by the positive impact you create. The world needs leaders who are compassionate, courageous, and committed. Be those leaders. To all present, let us celebrate this occasion with pride and joy, cherishing the legacy of this institution and the endless possibilities it inspires. आज का दीक्षांत समारोह महामना पंडित मदन मोहन जी की जन्म तिथि, हिंदी तिथि के अनुसार, के पावन अवसर पर हो रहा है। महामना न केवल एक महान शिक्षाविद थे, बल्कि राष्ट्र निर्माण के एक अद्वितीय पुरोधा भी थे, जिन्होंने शिक्षा को चरित्र, नागरिकता और सेवा से जोड़ने का स्वप्न देखा था। आज जब हमारे स्नातक जीवन की नई यात्रा पर अग्रसर हो रहे हैं, हम उनसे यही अपेक्षा करते हैं कि वे महामना के आदर्शों के सत्य, त्याग, करुणा और राष्ट्र सेवा को अपने जीवन में उतारेंगे और समाज में सकारात्मक परिवर्तन के वाहक बनेंगे। धन्यवाद।
This convocation of the Academic Council of the Banaras Hindu University has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who, in the examinations recently held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates stand forward. Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degrees for which you are severally candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will, in thought, word, and deed, conduct yourself as becoming of members of this university? Do you promise that to the utmost of your opportunity and ability, you will support and promote the cause of morality, and sound learning? Do you promise that you will, as far as lies in you, uphold and advance social order and the well-being of your fellow men? Let the candidates be now presented.
Sir, I present unto you 558 candidates as per Annexure 1A of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science Agriculture, Master of Technology in Food Science Technology, Master of Technology in Dairy Technology, Master of Science Plant Biochemistry and Horticulture, Master of Business Administration, Food and Agribusiness, Master of Technology Agriculture Engineering in Soil and Water Conservation Engineering, Bachelor of Science Honors Agriculture, Bachelor of Technology in Food Technology and Bachelor of Technology in Dairy Technology, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Respected sir, I present unto you 50 candidates as per Annexure A2 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
मान्यः अहम अत्र भवतां समक्षं परिशेषः B1 इत्तु अत्र मुद्रितनामकान् 850 उत्तरेर 100 उपस्थायामि, योः परीक्षाः यथाविधि समुत्तीर्य आत्मन उपाधियोग्यता प्रमाणिता प्रार्थये तेषु अत्र समुपस्थितान् अभ्यर्थिनः तत्तद्विषये डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलोसफी, आयुर्वेद वाचस्पति MD आयुर्वेद, आयुर्वेद धन्वन्तरी MS आयुर्वेद, मास्टर ऑफ फार्मेसी आयुर्वेद एवं आयुर्वेद आचार्य, बैचलर ऑफ आयुर्वेद मेडिसिन एवं सर्जरी इत्त उपाधि प्रदानेन अनुगृह्णन्तु अत्र भवन्तु भवन्तः.
Sir, I present unto you 95 candidates as per Annexure B2 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Master of Dental Surgery and Bachelor of Dental Surgery, to which I pray though present may be admitted.
Honorable Sir, I present unto you 574 candidates as per Annexure B3 of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Magister Chirurgia, that is MCH, Doctor Medicinus, that is DM, Doctor of Medicine MD, Master of Surgery MS, Master of Science Biostatistics, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Science Nursing, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, and Bachelor of Occupational Therapy, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 44 candidates as per Annexure C of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, Environmental Science, Environmental Technology, Master of Science, Environmental Biotechnology, Master of Science, Environmental Science, Ecological Science, and Master of Science, Environmental Science, Earth and Atmospheric Science, to which I pray those present may be admitted. Thank you.
Sir, I present unto you 192 candidates as per the Annexure D of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration International Business, and Master of Business Administration Agribusiness, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 2,181 candidates as per Annexure E of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science Technology Geophysics, Master of Computer Application, Master of Science and Bachelor of Science Honors, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Honorable Sir, I present unto you 3,971 candidates as per the Annexure F of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Physical Education, Master of Library and Information Sciences, Master in Corporate and Communication Management, Master of Tourism and Travel Management, Master of Vocation, Bachelor of Arts Honours, Bachelor of Physical Education, and Bachelor of Vocation, to which I pray these present may be admitted. Thank you.
Honorable Sir, I present unto you 1,300 candidates as per Annexure G of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Commerce, MBA Financial Management, MBA Risk and Insurance, MBA Foreign Trade, Bachelor of Commerce Honours, and Bachelor of Commerce Honours Financial Market Management, to whom I pray those present may be admitted. Thank you.
Sir, I present unto you 394 candidates as per Annexure H of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Education, Master of Education Special, Master of Arts in Education, Bachelor of Education, and Bachelor of Education Special, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 360 candidates as per Annexure I of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Laws 1 year, Master of Laws Human Rights and Duties Education, Bachelor of Laws Honours, and BA LLB Honours, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
महोदय, मैं संलग्न परिशिष्ट जे के अनुसार 161 छात्र छात्राओं को आपके सम्मुख डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलॉसफी, मास्टर ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स एवं बैचलर ऑफ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्स उपाधि हेतु प्रस्तुत करती हूँ, जिन्होंने अपनी अपनी परीक्षा के पाठ्य विषयों का यथाविधि अध्ययन करने के उपरांत स्व परीक्षा द्वारा अपनी अपनी उपाधि योग्यता प्रमाणित की है। मैं प्रार्थना करती हूँ कि श्रीमान जी इनमें से उपस्थित अभ्यर्थियों को इनकी उपाधि प्रदान कर इन्हें सम्मानित करें। धन्यवाद।
नमस्कारः। मान्याः, अहम् अत्र भवतां समक्षं परिशेषः के इत्यत्र मुद्रितनामकान् 12,300 अन्तेवासिनः उपस्थापयामि। यैः परीक्षाः यथाविधि समुत्तीर्य आत्मनः योग्यता प्रमाणिता। प्रार्थे तेषु अत्र समुपस्थितान् अभ्यर्थिनः तत्तद्विषये डॉक्टर ऑफ फिलॉसफी, विद्यावारिधि, आचार्य एवं शास्त्री आनर्स इत्युपाधि प्रदानेन अनुगृह्णन्तु तत्र भवन्तो भवन्तः। धन्यवादः।
Sir, I present unto you 3,112 candidates as per Annexure L of the proceedings who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Personal Management and Industrial Relations, and Bachelor of Arts Honours, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I present unto you 188 candidates as per Annexure M of the proceeding who have been examined and found qualified for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Fine Arts, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, to which I pray those present may be admitted.
Sir, I pray that the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the respective degrees in various faculties but could not present themselves in present at the convocation be admitted to their respective degrees in absentia.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of the Banaras Hindu University, I admit the candidates present and those who are absent to their respective degrees of Doctor of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Philosophy, and other postgraduate and graduate degrees of this university, and charge them that in their life and conduct they prove themselves worthy of the same.
Sir, I present unto you the candidates for the award of medals. Miss Anuradha Dwivedi, she is awarded the Chancellor's Medal for securing highest cumulative grade point average amongst all master degree final examination 2025. She is awarded late Maharaja Vibhuti Narayan Singh Gold Medal for securing highest CGPA amongst all master degree final examination 2025. She is also awarded BHU Medal for securing first position in MA Sanskrit final examination 2025. Shri Tuhin Par, he is awarded the Chancellor's Medal for securing highest cumulative grade point average amongst all undergraduate degree final examination 2025. He is awarded late Maharaja Vibhuti Narayan Singh Gold Medal for securing highest CGPA amongst all undergraduate degree final examination 2025. He is also awarded BHU Medal for securing first position at BPA Instrumental Flute Final Examination 2025. Shri Rohit Singh, he is awarded BHU Medal for securing first position in BA Honours Sanskrit Final Examination 2025. Miss Siddhanti Mani, she is awarded BHU Medal for securing first position at MPA Instrumental Tabla Final Examination 2025. Miss Nandita Dubey, she is awarded BHU Medal for securing first position in MSc Botany Final Examination 2025. Miss Tripti Mishra, she is awarded BHU Medal for securing first position in BSc Honours Mathematics Final Examination 2025. Shri Pandey Shri Niket Nath, he is awarded BHU Medal for securing first position in Acharya Vyakaran Final Examination 2025. Ms. Vaishnavi Ray. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in Shastri Honors Final Examination 2025. Ms. Shreya Ojha. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in BSc Nursing Final Examination 2024. Ms. Ritika Khanna. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MD Dermatology, Venerology and Leprosy Final Examination 2024. Ms. Anjali Yadav. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at M Pharma Final Examination 2024. Ms. Shelly Tyagi. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in BDS Final Examination 2023. Ms. Tanisha Harish Udayavar. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MDS Final Examination 2025. Shri Hirday Ladhiani. He is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in Master of Personnel Management and Industrial Relations, MPMIR Final Examination 2025. Ms. Smriti Upadhyay. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in BA Honors History Final Examination 2025. Shri Sahil Sahu. He is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at BCom Honors Final Examination 2025. Ms. Divya Pandey. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MCom Final Examination 2025. Shri Mohit Sharma. He is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MBA Agri-Business Final Examination 2025. Shri Akshat. He is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at B.Ed Special Final Examination 2025. Ms. Arpita Swain. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position in MA Education Final Examination 2025. Ms. Tudlapati Sivani. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at LLB Honors Final Examination 2025. Shri Aviral Shyam. He is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at LLM Final Examination 2025. Ms. Chandan Singh. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at MFA Applied Arts Final Examination 2025. Ms. Shweta Chakraborty. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at MSc in Environmental Sciences, Environmental Technology Final Examination 2025. Ms. Simran Kumari. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at BSc Honors Agriculture Final Examination 2025. Ms. Prabhujot Kaur. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry Final Examination 2025. Ms. Ayushi Srivastav. She is awarded BHU medal for securing first position at MSc AG Agroforestry Final Examination 2025. Including the above, a total of 556 medals and prizes are awarded as given in Annexure N, sir.
Now, after the conferment of the degrees, this would be the exhortation I would give you on this occasion in conformity with the words of our ancient acharyas. Speak the truth, practice virtue, neglect not the duty, not the study of the Veda, have brought an acceptable offering to the teacher, do not cut off the line of progeny, do not swerve from the truth, do not swerve from virtue, do not neglect what is beneficial, do not neglect what leads to greatness, do not neglect learning and teaching, Do not neglect the duties due to the gods and to the forefathers. Let thy mother be a god unto thee. Let thy father be a god unto thee. Let thy teacher be a god unto thee. Let thy guest be a god unto thee. Let thy country be a god unto thee. Whatever actions are irreproachable, those should be practiced and no others. The good deeds performed by us, those should be observed by thee and no others. Whoever Brahmanas are superior to us, they should be revered by thee by the offering of a seat. Give with faith, never without faith. Give with plenty, with modesty, with fear, with sympathy. If there should arise in thy mind doubt with regard to any act or doubt with regard to conduct, should there be Brahmanas of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh, and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case, so shouldst thou conduct thyself in such a case. Now with regard to things ill spoken, should there be Brahmanas of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh, and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case, so should thou conduct thyself in such a case. This is the commandment, this is the teaching, this is the true purport of the Veda, this is the instruction. This shouldst thou observe. Thus indeed should this be observed. O Snatakas, bear this well in your heart and act in good behavior and conduct. It is my privilege to present a brief report of the university for the year 2024-25. The year has been one of significant progress and achievements for the university. Guided by the vision of our revered founder, Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji, BHU continues to uphold its glorious legacy of scholarship, research, and contribution to nation building. During the year, 115 distinguished faculty members joined the university, bringing with them global experience, academic rigor, pursuit of research, and passion for teaching. The research strength of the university is reflected in over 4,980 scholarly publications, collectively garnering more than 1 lakh citations with an H index of 268. The filing of 33 new patents and grant of 18 patents underscore BHU's growing focus on innovation and research which can positively impact the society. Research funding reached new heights with 172 new projects worth 48.3 crores granted to the university to add to the 613 ongoing projects valued at 192 crores. The university's vibrancy was richly sustained through 272 academic events such as conferences and the outreach by 386 faculty members who stepped out of the university to contribute to academic events in India and abroad. It is needless to say that the root of the achievements have been its commitment to a decentralized and participatory governance. On the infrastructural front, the ongoing development of a state-of-the-art critical care and burn unit and the National Center for Aging mark major milestones. Continued modernizations of laboratories, classrooms, hostels, and digital facilities further enhance our academic and residential environment. Efforts have been made to provide international exposure to teachers, scholars, and make available to them internship, fellowship, and teaching opportunities. The Institution of Eminence program and the funds made available through it have helped in this regard. The success of the incubation center and popularity of Swayam courses introduced by the faculty members suggest that these are getting appreciated outside the university. As BHU advances towards greater heights in imparting an enriching academic experience to its stakeholders, Along with diversity and inclusivity, we reaffirm our resolve to nurture human values and societal well-being while competing at the global stage, true to the spirit of the Mahamana's vision of education as a force for national transformation. Let me conclude by congratulating all the graduating students and their parents on their success. It is now a privilege to introduce our chief guest. Dr. Vijay Kumar Saraswat is a distinguished scientist with vast experience in defense research. He retired as Secretary, Defense Research and Development Organization after decades of government service. He holds a PhD from Osmania University and an MA degree from the Indian Institute of Science. Dr. Saraswat has had an illustrious career and is credited with the indigenous development of missiles such as Prithvi, Dhanush, Prahar, and Agni 5, the two-tiered ballistic missile defense system, the initial operational clearance of light combat aircraft Tejas, and nuclear submarine INS Arihant. As Secretary DRDO, Dr. Saraswat played a pivotal role in the establishment of a command, control, communication, storage, transportation, and deployment infrastructure for strategic nuclear assets to support the nuclear doctrine. Flight evaluation of long-range subsonic cruise missile, long-range radars for tracking incoming ballistic missiles, command, control, and communication network, command centers with decision support system for defending the national capital region against ballistic missile threats. Establishment of the Cyber Security Research and Development Center for developing offensive and defensive technologies for cyber security. As the Homi Bhabha Chair Professor and Consultant to IOCL R&D, Dr. Saraswat evolved a roadmap for the development of alternative energy systems such as clean coal technologies, high-efficiency concentrated solar power systems, and bioenergy and hydrogen-based economy. He is currently the chairman of Research Advisory Council, IOCL R&D. As member Niti Aayog, Dr. Saraswat initiated the Methanol Economy Program for transportation, energy generation, and production of chemicals and fertilizers. To this end, production agencies, academic institutions, and petro refineries have been brought together to further the cause. He is the recipient of many awards, including the Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan. He has been conferred an honorary doctorate by more than 25 universities. It is a pleasure and honor for us to have him as our chief guest. Dr. Saraswat, please.
Good afternoon, namaskar. Honorable Vice Chancellor, my dear very great friend and colleague for many years, Dr. Chaturvedi, Registrar, Deans of the institutions, Heads of the departments, distinguished guests, faculty members and staff members, proud parents and the graduating students of Banaras Hindu University, मेरा आप सबको हार्दिक अभिनंदन और नमस्कार। आप लोगों के मध्य 105वें कन्वोकेशन में भाग लेने में मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि मैं इस संस्थान के जो कि बड़ी एस्टीम्ड इंस्टीट्यूशन में मानी जाती है उसके कन्वोकेशन में भाग ले रहा हूँ। ये मेरे लिए गर्व की बात है। आज का दिन आप लोगों के लिए एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण दिन है क्योंकि आप न केवल डिग्रीज ले रहे हैं आज के दिन, पर ये आपके एकेडमिक जर्नी का कंप्लीशन ही नहीं है। मेरे हिसाब से तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की शुरुआत है, जिसमें कि आप भविष्य में एक देश के आर्किटेक्ट बनेंगे जो हमारे देश को एक नया आयाम देगा पुराने आने वाले समय में। मैं सब स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने आज डिग्री हासिल की है उनको हार्दिक बधाई देना चाहूँगा। उन सब फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को जिन्होंने अधिक परिश्रम के साथ आप लोगों को शिक्षा प्रदान की और जिन्होंने आप लोगों को इस आयाम तक लेके आए, उनको भी मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा। और जो प्राउड पेरेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने आपका साथ दिया इस शिक्षा को ग्रहण करने में, उनको भी मैं बधाई देना चाहूँगा। Since the inception of this institution in 1916, BHU has stood as a temple of knowledge for students from across the nation. It has been conceived under the leadership of Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. The university was imagined not merely as an educational institution, but as a national mission, where there is a place for character building, intellect, and service that will shape your future. Malviya ji believed deeply in the power of education to strengthen India. Long before the idea of interdisciplinary studies came into the existence, the envisioned education as not only the study of science and technology, but also the combination of the ancient wisdom and cultural knowledge. उनका जो कमिटमेंट था नेशन बिल्डिंग में, वो अभी भी हमारे बीच में इको करता रहता है, जो इस कैंपस के कॉरिडोर में आप लोगों ने अपनी शिक्षा के दौरान मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि महसूस किया होगा। BHU has played a stellar role in the independence movement and has evolved into one of the greatest centers of learning in the country. It has produced freedom fighters, builders of the modern India, contributing to national progress through renowned scholars, artists, scientists, and technologists. The legacy is not just history, it is the foundation upon which you now stand. The university's journey today, मुझे बताया गया था कि आप NAC A का स्टेटस प्राप्त कर चुके हैं. It mirrors your own transformation from seekers of knowledge to creators of solutions. Looking at you today, I see architects of modern India who will design tomorrow's infrastructure, technologists who will democratize innovation, and leaders who will navigate complexity with wisdom. You represent the finest outcome of India's educational ecosystem, equipped with the knowledge that spans from artificial intelligence to sustainable engineering and management sciences and applied research. जब मैं डॉक्टर चतुर्वेदी जी के साथ खड़ा होके आप लोगों को मेडल दे रहा था, तो मैंने देखा कि विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में आप लोगों ने योग्यता प्राप्त की है और एक्सेल किया है, चाहे वो एग्रीकल्चर हो, चाहे मेडिसिन हो, डेंटल साइंस हो, लॉ हो, कॉमर्स हो। इस बात से पता लगता है कि इस विश्वविद्यालय का स्पैन कितना वाइड है और आपका जो रिसर्च है, आपका जो कार्य है, वो इस देश को कहाँ ले जा सकता है। Friends, India is at an inflection point today. It stands today at a moment of profound transformation. मैं ये बात इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि 2015 में जब हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने साइंस कांग्रेस में पहला भाषण दिया था, तो उन्होंने हमको एक आह्वान दिया था। हमें ये आह्वान दिया था कि हम जो भी रिसर्च, जो भी कार्य कर रहे हैं, उसमें बदलाव लाएं। उस बदलाव को उन्होंने कहा था कि हम एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के रूप में उसे लाएं और जो हम नॉलेज जनरेट कर रहे हैं उस नॉलेज को ट्रांसलेट करें और उसको देश के लिए उपयोगी बनाएं, देश की इकोनॉमी के लिए उसको आगे बढ़ाने के लिए उसको आगे बढ़ाएं। तो ये एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का दौर उन्होंने शुरू किया और मैंने देखा जब डॉक्टर चतुर्वेदी जी अपना भाषण दे रहे थे कि BHU ने किस तरह से प्रोग्रेस की है, तो मैंने देखा कि इस संस्था से स्टार्टअप्स बने हैं, IPs बने हैं, आपने इंक्यूबेशन किया है, आपने टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफ़र किया है और अच्छे पब्लिकेशंस भी की हैं। तो इस बात से जाहिर होता है कि एक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का दौर जो हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था उसकी शुरुआत हो चुकी है और मैं इस बात के लिए सब लोगों को, BHU के अध्यापकों को, विद्यार्थियों को और कुलपति जी को, सबको धन्यवाद करता हूँ। For decades our national narrative centered around catching up. हम लोग हमेशा कैचअप मोड में रहे। अगर आप देखेंगे कि हमारे जितनी इंडस्ट्रीज़ हैं वो बाहर से टेक्नोलॉजी लाती हैं, उनके साथ प्रोड्यूस करती हैं, अपनी तरफ से अपना कोई जिसको कहते हैं ना ओरिजिनल थिंकिंग के साथ हमने काम बहुत कम किया है। तो ये जो कैचिंग मोड है in industrial capacity, research output and global influence, I think this has to change. Actually, this era is now behind us. We are now moving into a phase where the objective is not merely to achieve Viksit Bharat 2047, but to position the country as one that shapes global agenda, defines technological standards and sets the direction of sustainable and inclusive development. मैं इस बात पर बहुत जोर देना चाहूँगा कि हमें जो डेवलपमेंट करना है वो इंक्लूसिव हो, कोई हमारे देश में पीछे न रह पाए। जो डिफरेंस हैव एंड हैव नॉट्स में रहा है अभी तक वो सबसे कम हो जाए। तो ये एक विशेष बात है कि इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट पर विशेष ध्यान देना होगा। फ्रॉम डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर दैट इज नाउ स्टडीड वर्ल्ड वाइड, इंडिया का डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की बहुत जगह चर्चा होती है। मैं आपको बताऊं, मैं इस बात के लिए वहाँ गया था, पेरिस में गया था, जहाँ हमारे हिंदुस्तान के डिजिटल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के बारे में बातचीत हुई, मैंने वो भाषण दिया। तो हमारा UPI, हमारा जो डिजिटल स्टैक आज है, उसके विभिन्न देशों ने कॉपी करना शुरू किया है। ये एक ऐसी देन है जिसमें हमारी स्ट्रेंथ है। तो ये जो डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है, इसका हमें उपयोग करना है। ये डीप टेक के साथ है और इंडिया इज ट्रांजिशनिंग फ्रॉम जस्ट मियरली ए पार्टिसिपेंट बट इनटू ए पेस सेटर। दिस सेंचुरी विल बिलोंग टू सोसाइटीज दैट हार्नेस द पावर ऑफ imagination, innovation and resilience of their young population. India's strength lies precisely there. You know, we have the greatest demographic advantage. हमारे पास 35 साल से कम उम्र के जो है 453 मिलियन यंग पीपल हैं और ये हमारे देश की सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ है। Because of this young population, our Honorable Prime Minister has said that youth and women-led growth of this nation for it to become a developed nation by 2047. I think it is the greatest responsibility. आप लोगों में टैलेंट है, आप में एम्बिशन है और आप लोगों ने, जैसा कि मैंने देखा, there is a willingness to contribute. इन सब के साथ मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि जो आह्वान 2047 में विकसित भारत का हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिया है, उसमें आप बहुत अच्छा योगदान देंगे। हमारा इतिहास बताता है that there have been period of national transformation which have often been propelled by the vision and the energy of the young generations. You all represent the very front line of that possibility. अभी जो मैंने बात की इनोवेशन, तो इनोवेशन एंड ट्रांसलेशनल रिसर्च का जो आह्वान हुआ है, हमें उसके बारे में बात करना है. Your graduation today is not the end of the learning, it is the beginning of a new phase of your life. Your journey here at BHU has equipped you with the intellectual tools, your ethical framework to navigate the real world in the ways you will appreciate more deeply with time. The years ahead will demand not only the academic preparation, but the ability to translate knowledge into meaningful action. Meeting the challenges will require a combination of technical skills, design thinking methodologies, and an awareness of societal needs. आप सोच रहे होंगे कि मैंने डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग का नाम दिया तो मैं इंजीनियर हूँ इसलिए बात कर रहा हूँ. मैं आप लोगों को ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग चाहे कोई इंजीनियर हो, चाहे सोशल साइंस हो, चाहे पॉलिटिकल साइंस हो, चाहे लॉ हो, ये एक तरह का कार्य करने का, सोचने का और प्रोडक्ट डेवलपमेंट का और किसी भी चीज़ को अचीव करने का एक तरीका है. नाम इसको दिया गया है डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग, पर हम सब लोग को इसका उपयोग करना है. और मैं चाहूँगा कि हमारे अध्यापक गण जो यहाँ हैं वो अपने क्लासेस में इसको इंट्रोड्यूस करें, जिससे जो है इट विल क्रिएट एन अवेयरनेस ऑफ सोसाइटल नीड्स. इनोवेशन इज नॉट मियरली अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी, it is the ability to look at the world differently. Design thinking encourages us to observe society closely, understand people's needs, and create solutions that are not only efficient but empathetic. Whether in healthcare, diagnostics, climate-smart agriculture, mobility systems, cybersecurity, urban planning, the ability to solve problems with creativity and compassion will increasingly define the leaders shaping the next era. Creativity finds the highest expression when ideas move beyond concept and touch the real lives. हमारे देश की सबसे बड़ी समस्या जो ये है कि हमारे विभिन्न एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस में हम लोग क्रिएटिव हैं, पर उस क्रिएटिविटी को हम आगे नहीं ले जाते हैं, उसको एक्शन में नहीं ले जाते हैं. हम लोग कहते हैं, यही बात हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कही, हम लोगों ने पब्लिकेशन कर लिया, हम खुश हो गए. बस उस पब्लिकेशन को एक प्रोडक्ट में हम डेवलप करें, उसको मार्केट में ले जाएं, तब जर्नी पूरी होती है. For India to lead globally, we must transcend from innovators to entrepreneurs, from ideas to enterprises, and from labs to markets. This means developing intellectual property, building prototypes, filing patents, launching ventures, competing internationally, and solving problems at scale. India has a very rich cultural heritage. और BHU के अलावा इस बात को कौन जानता है? यहाँ पे तो मालवीय जी ने इतना अच्छा कल्चरल फाउंडेशन रखा है. So, as we innovate for the future, it is equally important to draw strength from the knowledge systems that have shaped our civilizational journey. For centuries, India has contributed foundational insights in mathematics, astronomy, medicine, architecture, metallurgy, and systems thinking. Today, as the world seeks sustainability, disruptive technologies, and holistic approaches to science, the cultural heritage of India offers highly valuable pathways. Yoga, Ayurveda, holistic nutrition, traditional materials, ecological practices, all provide rich starting points for innovation when paired with modern science. Your task is not to choose between tradition and modernity, but your task is to harmonize them. to take modern science with the traditional knowledge, put them together, and create a new pathway which the Western world will never be able to understand. So that is what we are expecting from all of you. You are creating a leadership for the new era. The complexity of the world you enter requires a new kind of leadership, which is rooted not in power, but in purpose. हम लोग पावर के लिए नहीं है, हमें एक पर्पस की तरफ जाना है, हमें एक गोल सेट करना है, हमें उस गोल को चेस करना है, उस गोल की तरफ आगे बढ़ना है. A timeless principle captures the ethos. Vidya Vinayin Shobhate, knowledge shines through humility. And that is what you have to follow. Humility is not a limitation. लोग ने ये सोचा कि humility है तो नहीं. It is a strength. It keeps you open to learning, collaboration and growth. Alongside humility, your leadership must also be shaped by integrity, empathy, discipline, lifelong learning and collaboration. These founding principles have been constantly reflected in the life of Malviyaji. When leadership is practiced with such values, it naturally multiplies opportunities for others. I would like to share with you, based upon my life's experience, that what all you have to do to be a transformation leader that will gain true success in your life as problem solvers. You must include some abilities to remain competitive in the dynamic world. A few things I might like to indicate to you. You have to be creative. You have to be curious and observe things carefully. You have to be enthusiastic. Never get upset and run away from problems. Set your goals clearly and work to achieve them. Be ethical and maintain highest standards of professional excellence and personal integrity. Move ahead with grit and determination. Lead from the front, setting an example and striving to serve the others. Be wise in choosing. Every choice matters. Improve decision-making capabilities through risk assessment. Assume full responsibility and take the lead in showing directions. Engage in projects that combine technology, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. Serve the nation in small and big ways. Innovation, volunteering, or leading by example. I want to quote here Buddha, a prince, philosopher, saint, and teacher, who mentored the professionals in an excellent manner. To quote, he says, "We are what we think we are. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world." Unquote. Sustaining such leadership requires inner balance. I see a lot of people who get disturbed. I think a focused mind and steady spirit enable leadership that is wise, courageous, and compassionate. In a world of constant change, cultivate resilience, care for your well-being, remain rooted in your values, and make room for reflection. As I mentioned to you, youth have a major role to play for making India Atmanirbhar. The choices you make in the years ahead will shape not only your individual journey, but the trajectory of the nation itself. As a graduating class of 2025, you stand at a moment when India is redefining its place in the world. Your professional decisions, your innovative spirit, and your commitment to ethical leadership will determine how confidently the nation moves in the next era. The scale of the responsibility is immense, but so is your capability. As you build your careers, remember the communities that guided you and the mentors who invested in you, in your potential. Honor their trust and efforts by directing your knowledge towards service through mentorship, ethical leadership, and expanding opportunity where it is scarce. To meet the demands of rapidly evolving world, cultivate the discipline to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Technology will shift, paradigms will change, and assumptions will be challenged. To stay at par with the ever-changing world, you will require intellectual agility and the humility to re-examine your own conclusions. And do not fear failures. The journey of innovation is rarely linear. Take calculated risk, experiment boldly, and treat setbacks as learning opportunities. These feedbacks will help you refine your judgments, sharpen your insights, and strengthen your resolve. Often the difference between success and failure is not talent, but tenacity. Those who ultimately succeed are frequently those who refuse to surrender their purpose. I would like to conclude, friends, by saying belief is one of the most powerful tools behind the success of any person, may it be personal or professional. I cannot resist myself but to quote Swami Vivekananda. He said, "All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Do not believe that you are weak. Do not believe that you are half crazy lunatics, as most of us do nowadays. Stand up and express the divinity within you." Unquote. He also said, again to quote, "The life is short. The variety in the world is transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive." Unquote. So friends, let us all live for the growth of our nation and welfare of our countrymen. I congratulate you once again and wish each and every one of you very prosperous, rewarding life ahead. I wish that you have very fulfilling careers, but more importantly, I wish that you become the model citizens of this country. May God bless you all. Jai Hind, Namaskar, thank you.
Our students, sir, the builders of an Atmanirbhar India, will carry your inspiring words in their heart to translate knowledge into meaningful action, to seamlessly amalgamate traditional wisdom with modern science, from participants to pace setters, and emerge as true leaders shaped by humility, empathy, and integrity. This is also perhaps what Mahamanaji dreamt of when he emphasized the development of heart power and brain power with the same solicitude in the original proposal for Banaras Hindu University. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I will now request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, and the dignitaries on the dais to present our esteemed chief guest, sir, with a token of our immense respect, gratitude, and admiration for him. This memento is the iconic Simhadwar of Banaras Hindu University. Thank you. औपचारिक धन्यवाद ज्ञापन के लिए विनम्र अनुरोध है आदरणीय कुल सचिव महोदय से।
Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Vijay Kumar Saraswat ji, respected Vice Chancellor Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi ji, Revered Rector Professor Sanjay Kumar ji, esteemed members of the Executive Council and Academic Council, distinguished faculty members, proud parents, and dear graduating students, a very good afternoon to all of you. It's my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on this memorable occasion of the 105th convocation of Banaras Hindu University. We are deeply grateful to our honorable chief guest for gracing the ceremony and sharing words of wisdom that have inspired every one of us in general and graduating students in particular. Your presence has added immense value to this historic gathering. I extend sincere appreciation to our Vice Chancellor for his visionary leadership and unwavering commitment to academic excellence. My gratitude also goes to the members of the various statutory bodies whose guidance continue to strengthen the foundation of this great institution envisioned by Mahamana Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya ji. A special words of thanks is due to our dedicated faculty members. Your mentorship, scholarship, and support have shaped the future of our graduating students. I also acknowledge the tireless effort of our administrative and support staff from Controller of Examinations and Academic Unit, whose behind-the-scene contributions ensured the smooth conduct of today's event. And to the graduating students, a big congratulations for new journey. As you step into new journey, you are encountered with number of challenges. Life is not a bed of roses. You have to face all those difficulties and come out with flying colors. Remember the lines, पौरुष अपना पंथ स्वयं गढ़ता है, काट रहा तल और अतल को, बांध प्रलय के चंचल जल को, शिखर शिखर चढ़ता है, पौरुष अपना पंथ स्वयं गढ़ता है। आज के इस दीक्षांत समारोह के संदर्भ में यदि हम प्रसाद जी को याद करें तो उनका कथन है, इस पथ का उद्देश्य नहीं है शांत भवन में टिक रहना, किंतु पहुंचना उस सीमा तक जिसके आगे राह नहीं है। So this is only the beginning. So carry forward the ideals of BHU with integrity, humility, and a spirit of dedicated service with selflessness. Remember the favorite lines of our visionary founder, न त्वहम कामये राज्यम, न स्वर्गम न पुनर्भवम, कामये दुखताप्तानाम, प्राणिनाम आरती नाशनम। मुझे राज्य, स्वर्ग या पुनर्जन्म से मुक्ति की इच्छा नहीं है, मेरी बस दुख से पीड़ित प्राणियों की पीड़ा को दूर करने की इच्छा है। You are the torch bearers of the legacy of सर्व विद्या की नगरी. Finally, I thank the parents and well-wishers for their trust and constant encouragement. With these words, I once again extend my sincere thanks to each one of you. Thank you very much.
I dissolve the convocation.
Jana Gana Mana